to get there first.
Yeah, I'll just do selfies, please. All right, we're recording.
All right, and 7:01, so we'll call this meeting to order.
All right, Chair Dina Phelps,
Here.
Vice Chair Maggie Burns, Elizabeth Copps, welcome. Luke Curtis. No. Kyle Davenport.
Here.
Alex Day.
Here.
Marie Hoda.
Here.
Edie Hughes is not here. And then City Council Liaison Chelsea Noonenkamp. Oh, Amy Wilson. There you are. Very good. And Inglewood Schools Liaison Devon Williams. And Library Director Rachel Fuel.
Here.
And I'm also the Parks, Rec Library and Golf Director, Christine Underhill, and I'm here. All right.
All right, approval of last month's minutes. I'll move to approve. I'll second it. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? You don't think we have any public comments?
No.
So we move on to the statistical report. Awesome. I just had a couple of things to note, unless anyone has questions about our statistics for last month. I think our communications team is crushing it, doing a decent job. So just to point out the total reach of our Facebook, Instagram posts, we're doing really well and far exceeding what we had last year. So our collaboration with the comms team is working really well. The other thing, I've been seeing a lot, right? It's great. That's all I'm letting you know. I think the other place to point out is our program attendance for children's programs off the charts, and we'll say we've also broken records for both adult and children's reading this year. So it's been an amazingly successful summer reading year. Yay, statistics. They read in the books. I know. I was kind of rare. Nothing. Like two of us, it makes me happy. Right, it's a good problem. Yeah, very good. Yes. Anybody have any questions or? I'm just gonna make my one plug, which is when you parse out the volunteers for first time, I put this down, and when I looked at stats, because I was like, that's what we need to do. Yeah, I think what we'll do is like create like a summer reading stats for you. Perfect. So you can see what the team supported us with and all that. Yeah. We'll do. Thanks. Sorry about that. That's okay. Good memory. Yeah, thank you. Another question or comments for last month? We will go ahead and move on. We still have $1,000 in our budget. Yes. Do you have any costs for us today? We do not, but we have, we are working on our furniture budget for our closure. And so hoping to have something queued up there if our budget doesn't meet all of our staff requests. So it could be a furniture request. We do have to spend it by December. We will do it. September is our budget. Round up the money from 2025 and figure out what we're doing by the end of the year. Yeah, I would say October latest. 100%. It will be. It's going to be something. Okay, I'm going to make that. New business. Share about staffing shortages. I will share this with you. When we met in July, we shared with you some of the bedbug incidents that had been happening. Right in the heels of that, we had 4 resignations and 3 of them were with no notice. So we were just like, right away, the floor fell out with other. So we got together as leadership team and talked about like what is the impact now? And impact really was every day were unsure to open our doors, and then by the time the second shift of people were coming in around 2 o'clock, we were unsure if we could stay open for the evening. So luckily we proposed a solution, and took it to our city manager's office, had a great conversation about what we're up to, what our future plans might look like, and what do we need to do in this very urgent situation. So I proposed 5 days a week service. Our summer reading was ending summer reading. So I want to make sure we can still do our programs, and those were planned Monday through Friday. So proposed that we close on the weekends. For the summer, the weekends are not our most active time. So it seemed like that the days we could propose for those, then we could confidently say we're open on Monday through Friday and really open the doors and really deliver actual library service. So I'm really thankful that that solution was accepted and that we have been able to do that. Then we were able to consolidate our staff onto those 5 days, been able to staff appropriately, and then we've moved into interviewing. So we've had a full day of interviews this week, and luckily had enough bodies in the building to have staff while we did that. So that was just our plan. That's what happened. It was very unfortunate. I am putting some things in place for our future staffing model and situation that I think is going to help bolster our remaining staff in terms of doing some cross training so that the staff who are here are able to work more service points and do more of the library tasks than just the tasks that their team does. We have 4 separate teams, so cross training specifically between the adult services, the reference side and the circulation side. Those are 2 largest teams, and we really need to work on that. So those are my priorities right now, developing training, making sure we're getting all of our staff. For those 2 teams, what I want in 2026 is everyone on those 2 teams to be cross-trained. So we will have a lot more flexibility. The other thing that I want to move into, maybe it will be an after 2026, but really develop a training module so that we can invite any city staff who have interest in working in the library to do that, as maybe people are rolling off of seasonal work with parks. Maybe they want to sub in at the library. I don't know. So we'll be working with finance and HR to see what our options might be moving forward to do some of that work. But yeah, really thinking through how do we do this well. I've been here about 6 months. We've not been fully staffed at all yet. So I do want to see us fully staffed and be able to really assess what this team can do. And with that, before I want to make any big changes about requesting more people or moving people around too much. Really, that's where we are. That's my future planning. We're digging ourselves out of this situation.
Please do promising. Did you have promising candidates?
We did. I wanted to hire everyone in.
That's great. Yes. I heard from several friends how much they appreciated the transparency that you shared when you put out the messaging that the weekends were going to be closed, and especially like you're doing this so that we can continue to be open, because we've had so many closures out over the last several years. So kudos to you all for like actually stating.
Thank you. And I do really want to be transparent with people. I want to provide library service 7 days a week. That's really where I am. And so we will be back in September. We had a conversation this week with our leadership team. Everyone feels confident. It's going to be a little scrambly, but we're going to do it. We're going to open 7 days a week starting after Labor Day. So we will see that, and we will be sharing the information. You'll be on board. Close by then. It'll be a scramble, a little bit of all. That's.
You guys are making this nice special question as well. Yeah. Did you consider a weekday and a weekend today for weekends you can only come on the weekends? How did you make that decision? Which days?
Really, we have very low attendance Saturday and Sunday, and especially compared to the rest of the week. And at that time too, we were still running our summer reading program. Those were Monday through Friday programs. So we really wanted to honor our summer reading commitments and keep those programs available. That's kind of what it came down to.
Which for example, works.
Are there any like through lines or instances of that's too high and happen all at once?
I think a number of them have been in the library for a few years and have had some challenging things happen. So I was here for a lot of that, kind of caught the tail end. I think for some, the bedbug situation was a little bit straw that broke the camel's back. We were just kind of at a point, and so it seemed like that's what kind of made the break. Just unfortunately, it was so. But totally not over that either, and the reactions were very responsive to it too. So, not sure what we could have done differently.
Are there any other ways we can our support other than maybe just like the message of why? Like I've had questions of why center. So I can look at that.
I think let people know we're rebuilding and we're really trying to provide excellent library service to the communities. We're really aiming for that, and I am committed to making sure our staff is resilient and we're able to weather these challenges a little bit better.
I would just say, I do appreciate what you did to try to make 75% strength staff work 7 days a week. I think one of the biggest ways to prevent something like this from happening is burnout. So I think it was very good to honor the needs of the staff.
Thank you.
Yeah, a little sorry to my best look.
Seen a lot over the last 7 years. Okay.
All right, we'll move on to old business, friends of the library chocolate.
This will be the longest update. So we've pitched this to our attorney's office. They are researching this to make sure we don't have conflict if board members want to participate in that. So still waiting to get the results back from that. As soon as we do, we'll let you know, but it's in progress. And Alex, thank you for reaching out and checking on that. Yeah, excellent.
Do you mind giving me a really quick recap of this issue?
So we don't have a friends group for the library, and it's something the board over the years has had a pretty large interest in doing to help do fundraising and other great things to help the library out. And so Alex brought this back and resurrected it and also volunteered to help with this. And so then the question came up, can board members also be on the friends group? I came from Arizona and you could do that. We just want to make sure Colorado, we don't want to break any laws or get in trouble for anything. So we're just doing our due diligence to make sure we're in compliance. And once we get that feedback, if it is something that the board members can serve on the friends group as well, I think that'd be amazing because you'd be a good group to help push that forward and grow the friends group over time. So, yeah.
Thank you.
It does require establishing this. Smooth alliance. That's the question.
And it's that, like you said, just makes it easier for fundraising. Like because it's all the library stuff, it wasn't Inglewood, like it's things can't match hours or contributions or anything. But if we have the separate, so it just brings a lot of opportunities.
Media, right? It's 7:14.
Yeah. It really could, I wonder if more ideas, but just, yeah. Alright, status choice.
I'll just mention the block parties this Saturday, 4 to 10 on Broadway. Come on out, it'll be a good party. And then, did you want to talk about Monday night?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So our health presentation got moved from the 11th to tomorrow or to Monday night. So it'll be on the 25th. We are going to be presenting our strategic plan and then also updating folks on our staffing situation and on the changes that are going to be taking place with our October closure and some September construction.
Starting very. At the time,
Please bring your final selections to the private circulation area to check out at this time. The public computers and public restrooms have shut down and closed for the evening, and all rooms should now be empty. Thank you.
Our meetings used to always be at 7 o'clock. We're constantly interrupted.
I mean, I feel like down and you wait until the sun.
That is, yeah, correct.
For sure. Will there be a library group with locked room?
We are gonna be there, yes, we are there, they'll be there.
Staffed?
We will be staffed, we are good to go because some of our folks who prefer working on weekends, they were like, oh, we do have some Saturday hours. Yes, come on out. So yeah, we will have staff there,
And you'll have a table.
yes.
And
What section?
and Girard is the kids zone, and that's where many city booths, including library and Parks and Rec, will be hanging out. And that goes from 4 to 7. We see the crowd change after 7, so kids zone shuts down, but the party continues on Broadway.
That was a,
No, maybe, actually, I think we are moving that. I can't remember where we put it. I think it's near the intersection where Girard is sometime.
that's where you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Saturday's supposed to cool down.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. All right, sorry. I want to hear about.
Yeah, so we do have some construction starting in September. This activity will take place on the south doors. So the doors from our parking garage into the library. So this lobby out here is gonna have some activity. We're removing some of the wood columns that are right inside the library just to expand our sight lines a bit. We're also installing another exit door on the north side by Karen. So right by that window, it's gonna be in that window where the window is currently, right in the hallway. So that construction is gonna start to happen, and while that is happening, we are opening the north door for access to the library. So, yes, this reaction really is reflective of what we saw in the strategic plan too. Lots of people and many people every day ask, why is that door closed? Can I come through that? So it's gonna be an experimental month where we're gonna be seeing how that works, noting incidents, noting our sight lines, checking in with our allied team to see how they're accommodating this change. And hopefully we will have a successful month with that door open and be able to reopen the south door when construction is over and have 2 entrances to the library. So that is the hope, and we just hope our evidence bears out that this is a good one for us.
Is the emergency exit not gonna be in the children section? By parent?
This will be by parent.
We're, yeah, originally it was, but then, the children's team has really utilized the closet that was gonna become the emergency exits. And so that's gonna be a future update to the children's section. We are updating the children's area some and putting some blocks in place, shelving units and stuff. So to try to deter just random people going into that aren't supposed to be in the children's section, not that that happens very often, but yeah, that will come at a future date. But we found some logistical challenges in getting an emergency exit, like in the story time room, because it backs up to a giant storage area that's caged in. And so the facilities team and construction, we're all gonna look into where can we do that more effectively.
And we still think we need one on the other side.
On Perrin, we do. We have absolutely no way to get out on this side of the building if something were to happen, fire, whatever. And so, yes, this was critical to get this exit put in because we have one right here. So if something happened, we can just go out that way. But from the children's side, we could go out the staff into the back hallway if we needed to. So there's an option on that side. There's a couple options for now, but it's not done. We're still going to be looking at ways to keep the kids area very safe.
There was still a book sale on the books, because there's one on the shelf that we moved, or
Book sale has ceased for now. We will assess whether we can bring it back or if we're moving into more of a friends territory. We'll see if that's more the route. I think we did want to remove that shelf for that access from the north door. The other safety thing that Christina was talking about was we're putting a shelf. So the north door comes in like this, we're gonna put a big shelf here, like a 14-foot shelf, so that there is a physical deterrent to, I come in the door and I cruise right over to children's. So there's a little bit of a need to come in and kind of reorient and then move into that, so that we don't have those kind of crisis and urgent situations that are just flying right over us. That was key to our children's team, feeling secure about this change, so a big deal, yeah.
You'll be closed during construction.
So we will be open during this door work construction. We will have probably 3 days that's gonna be pretty noisy and disruptive. We'll be letting folks know though when that's happening. Anticipating that starting the 8th of September, that's what we heard this morning from the contractor. So the beginning of that week was probably gonna be our noisiest, so. Just don't want in those days or tell your friends that that's happening. We'll be working with our comms team to communicate that out though too. They anticipate this work's gonna take about 4 weeks to get these stores built, redone, everyone's phone. And then we did this timing wise so that then we could roll into our week-long closure for meeting room refresh. And some wayfinding, paint, new flooring in here. That's all gonna happen starting October 6th. So
So
our
that
sequence,
that week will be the
that whole week we're closed. So the 6th through the 12th we're closed. The 13th is Monday, we reopen, yay. We'll be working with our comms team on what that reopening is gonna look like. Might celebrate throughout the week and have yay, story time fun thing and, at different various times, so.
I know I said it last month, but I will remind you that there is no school Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of that week, so that might be a really great opportunity for a family-centric event, because I think there's a weird calendar bill out there for one school. Oh, yeah, because of conferences and compensation and holidays, so
No,
families are looking for nice things in that time frame.
okay, good.
I've approved the calendar a year in advance, so it's like, you got some weird spots.
And I'll add to the furniture, you talked about.
Oh, yeah.
So the furniture is significantly delayed. We were hoping to get that all in by October 13th, but now it's by the end of the year. We have the $50,000 from our capital budget to spend, and so it's being spent, but unfortunately won't get here by our grand reopening. Just pretend you see furniture.
The other thing that you may have heard about from members of the public is our phone situation. So the city has been undergoing a phone what do they call it?
Migration.
Migration, thanks so much. So moved to voice over IP phones, so from regular line phones to internet phones. Ours got a little kind of goofed up with the phone tree and our messaging. So we think we have that resolved now with IT and we're double checking it a lot. But for a while and right as we were closed on the weekends, we were not set up for appropriately. So it was not messaging people our regular hours, it was just saying, we're on the phone with somebody else, call back. Yeah, so very frustrating. We thought we had it set up, it was not set up appropriately, so we are back in business. That is set up well now, but if you do hear anything about that, let me know if that is still occurring for anybody. We plan for protesting it, so call me for my own son. It's working, so we're hoping it remains working.
The library will close in 5 minutes. At this time, to gather your belongings and head for the exit. Thank you for visiting us.
Right, anything else or any other questions? For specials? Moving to board members' choice and Chelsea. So you.
I just have a quick update. We're talking about our budget, especially the capital improvement budget. Cycle. The library board is a charter board with our city. You have the ability to weigh in on how we allocate capital dollars in the city. And these are dollars that are outside of our traditional budget. They're out of a fund specifically for how we improve our physical assets.
in the city. And so we will not vote on this until November, but we have been working on it. It's a yearly project. And we had a budget workshop 2 weeks ago where we looked at what we have to spend based on the projects we have. As you may see in other cities like Denver, it is and the state right now is about to go into special session to fill $1 billion shortfall. We are also experiencing some of the decreased revenue projections. We are thankfully not in a situation like Denver is where they're laying enough staff. They're kind of grateful to not be in that position, but we will see less investment in capital projects in 2026. And again, you vote on this, it's not finalized, but we are looking at where we are going to have to cut and potentially move the reserve limits to see how we pass a balanced budget in the fall. The implication for the library is that library furniture, additional furniture, requested, which I believe is tier 3.
It was ranked like 27 with the capped at 20. So we're on there for 50,000. It's in there, but most likely will not be funded.
Yes, so I can give you a heads up, that right now it is not in those projects. Like we can see funding, budget cycle. And the way that those projects get prioritized is by asking boards and commissions, like you all, P and Z, the budget advisory committee, and getting both their input, and then we also get, their staff input and seeing how it all takes into account and makes the final decision. So as you are thinking about how to spend the rest of your budget, you're thinking about how to support the staff, and I'm let you know that that is likely not coming in the next year's budget. Again, never say never, we voted on it until November, but that is our current. Last thing, just an update for where we are in our civic calendar as a city. Citizens right now, we're running for city council, are gathering signatures to be on the ballot. Those will be due on Monday. And so next week, we will know who's going to be on our ballot for city council. And so if you really answer any questions you have about what that process looks like or how we would be voting.
Are you running?
I am not running again. So I will be with you all through the end of the year, and then I will pass the baton to someone.
We want to thank the students that participated in the summer reading program and thank the library as a community partner. Inglewood schools will be at the block party this Saturday. Just like Chelsea just mentioned, there's an election coming up and there's 3 seats available on the school board as well. And your packets are due next week with your 50 signatures if you're going to run. There were a plethora of district kickoff events over the last 2 weeks, including the one that's going to be coming up on the 29th of this month, the Friday Night Lights, for all of our community partners to join us at the football game. Communications in the school district are going to be improving also because we have a dedicated communications coordinator now. Michelle, who's our former executive assistant, she's moved into a new role there. And then enrollment is holding steady at about 2,400 students. So definitely happy about that. And last but not least, there was a safety update for the high school, which requires all the students to wear ID during the day so we can easily identify them. That's all for now.
Thank you. And that's the question. Do we have guards?
Yes. So we actually have, we now hired our second SRO and we're still dealing with the city on the IGA.
Which do those acronyms mean, Davon?
Governmental agreement for our second SRO, which we're going to be splitting with a
SRO.
Skill Resource Officer. We already had one with Officer Shaw, and we're now adding a second one, which we're splitting the cost with the city and another school for the time that we'll be spent with taking those schools.
Someone on each lead would.
The SROs for the EPD and we charge funded through an IB.
Yeah, and then you go to and drink it up.
Anybody else have anything for board members first?
It is 7:30 and we will adjourn.
Dina, your track record. Great. You know, we're.
The first half is like, sorry. I thought we were, at first, like, we're trying.